Que lo que Knicks fans. Welcome to episode 20 of Knicks Fans Wilding, man. We getting up there. Been a fun ride. Episode 20, I can't believe it, but best believe we getting better every show. Uh, More content coming soon. Had a lot of fun this weekend. I was at the Nuggets game. RJ Barrett was chopping it up with me. All right, he only said 2 words to me, but you know that's considered chopping it up, man. You know, asked RJ how he doing. He said, "I'm better. I'm back." You know what I'm saying? That I feel like I'm part of the team right now. But we're not talking about that because after that, after he said I'm better, I'm back, he went out there and stunk up the place. Didn't do absolutely nothing. But he came back and killed against the Spurs and then disappeared again yesterday. But we're gonna talk all about that. You already know I'm always here with my guy, Don Juan. Tell the people what's good with you, bro.
Yo, what's going on? What's going on? It's your boy Don Juan here in the building. Knicks Fans Wilding, episode 20, like you said, man. Triple M, man. It's been a good time, chopping it up, talking Knicks. But what a ride, man, has it been with these Knicks, though, man. I don't even know what to expect no more. I'm over here reevaluating expectations and whatnot. Not the road that I expected, Triple M, but you know what it is. We out here with
Yeah, man. This guy Don Juan over here, bro. You
Bro,
already
it's,
know
it's
the
it's tough.
vibes.
It's
Come.
tough. It's tough with being a Knicks fan nowadays, man. Like,
It is, bro. It is, but we gonna let it out. This is gonna be a little vent session today. Vent, Knicks fans wildin'. Let out all your frustration. Let out everything you have to let out. All right, today's the day. But before we start talking Knicks, we here with the sixth man, Emmanuel Quickly of the Knicks fans wildin'. Always down to step in and top it up with the Knicks. You already know the vibes. This is our guy Zebo in the building.
What's good with y'all, man? Thank you for having
yo,
me.
what's up, bro? What's
What's
up,
Good,
good,
bro?
man. How
six
y'all
man?
feeling?
Feeling alright, man.
It's
Feeling alright. That's all we gotta say. Feeling alright.
Yeah, man. It's been a crazy. Actually, since I was here like what 2 weeks ago. So yeah, these last 2 weeks they've been they've been crazy. I ain't gonna lie, man. I don't know how to feel about my team, but we definitely gonna get into it because it's a lot of mixed emotions going on right now.
Facts,
bro.
man. And shout out to Zebo drinking tequila right here. Thanks to my guy Zebo. Don Juan, I'm gonna ask you a question right now. I want you to guess the tequila Zebo bought me. All right, I'm gonna give you a big hint right here. It is 4 numbers. There is no name. It's 4 numbers.
Four numbers. Sheesh. 1942.
That's a great guess. That's a great guess, and that's what you would think would be here. 1942.
No,
You just figure it's 4 numbers, right?
yeah.
Zebo pulled up right now, man, with the 1921. It's called 1921. All right, so if y'all ever in the building,
Yo.
if y'all watching on YouTube right here, it's
Okay.
1921. Okay,
Yo,
so
bro,
I don't
that
know
shit
what
is straight
Zebo
from
went to the liquor
Mexico.
store and said. They offered him the 1942. He was like, "Man, I need something a little older, you know." And he got the 1921. So shout out to Zebo. It's actually pretty good, all right. It's actually a pretty good
Yo,
tequila.
bro, you know I love you, but come on, bro. How you come on? And I was in Mexico. It's only right that I get you some
Hey,
tequila, but
hey.
they showed me that Patron. They showed me the different color Patrons, and I was like, yeah. I was looking at the prices. I was like, I love my boy, but let me see if y'all got something else on sale. And honestly, bro, I mean, any tequila straight from Mexico is pretty good, to
Nah,
be
nah,
honest with
That's
you.
man.
facts.
So,
That's
It's
facts.
pretty good. It's pretty good. It got me a little buzz. You know, we talking
so
Doing the
I'm
tequila,
saying,
job.
bro. So
tequila,
I'm
tequila.
saying, bro,
Tequila,
and
tequila on the
plus
can.
you need something right now.
Yeah, man. I'm sipping crazy. I just took
Bro.
like 5 shots right now.
Let's get it. What you mixed it with?
You know, a little pineapple. You know, you gotta do a little pineapple. You gotta get the little ice in there, very little. You know, I'm
Something
gonna have to
special,
have
something
a whole
special.
episode talking about tequila, how you get to the king. But this is Knicks fans wilding, man, and let's talk about the last 4 games. The Knicks are, excuse me, 1-3, 1-3. Lost to the Bulls, lost to the Nuggets, beat the Spurs, and lost to the Pacers. So let's just bunch all this game together and let's really specify on this Pacers game last time. I'm gonna start with you, Don Juan. Talk about this Knicks stretch, man. This team is now after 25 games, 12-13.
And it's been a tough ride, like I said earlier, man. Because you know my expectations was pretty high. I'm not gonna lie. I think I should have stood honest, like I was last season when there was no expectation. I think I had 46 wins, and man, we're not even on pace for that. I feel like at this point, especially with no resolution in sight, I'm really starting to doubt that, and I'm on the edge, and I'm really reconsidering my expectations. Like, we're maybe a 37 win team, like for real. Like, then that
Damn.
sounds as ugly as that sounds. Like, it's kind of tough to say. Like,
37
it's tough.
wins.
It's tough, and the thing is, like, you know, you start thinking crazy. You start seeing all these, messing with the trade machine. Myself, seeing other people like making their own trades, like it could get you far. It could get you far, especially in this Twitter rabbit hole that we could find ourselves in. Like,
Word.
you start over here, like, damn, maybe is this player worth it? Is this player not? I try to stay away. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, like that's been hard, but it's been a tough stretch with these guys, and it doesn't seem like we could build the rhythm either. Like it's teams that we should be beating, we're not even beating. Like, it's been a tough season, but we'll see, man. Tip
37
said
wins.
Tip said some what he said. We start making changes at 10, 20. Like
I
next
just
thing you
checked
know,
that you
30
said
games in, and we're not
37
even
wins,
we're
man.
not even we're not even over 500.
That's a 10-game swing you just mentioned. 47 to 37. Unbelievable, man. But it's due. It's due. This team is not showing any fire, desire. I mean, we had an identity last year, which was defense, and then it was just a layup line yesterday. We have no identity on defense, just nothing, nothing. It hasn't been a good show, Zebo. What about you, man? What you thinking about this New York Knicks team right now?
Yo, right now, I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie, bro. It's been disappointing, especially because I was here 2 weeks ago, and when I was here 2 weeks ago, I told you guys this would be a big stretch. This is where we need to actually turn it around. I literally told you I was gonna go 4-1. Within that stretch where we played the Lakers, we played Phoenix, and we ended up going 2-2. But now these last few games, it's been super inconsistent, and going back to what you were saying. Um, back to what you were saying, Mario. Yeah, we just don't have an identity right now. We're definitely not that grit and grind defensive team from last year, where we'll go ahead. We're gonna grind you out for 3 quarters, and then in the fourth quarter, we're gonna rely on our guys. That definitely hasn't been the case, and you expected it. You expected for the defense to go a little down, especially when you got Fournier and Kimba, but you just don't expect it to be this drastically bad. It's just, they got no energy right now. We're giving up way too many points in the paint. The way our centers have been playing, I'm disappointed. And back to what you were saying, Juan. There's absolutely no rhythm. There's just no rhythm within. There's no rhythm, honestly, within with how the lineups are, being, by how the minutes are being shared around. There's no rhythm in between the offensive sets. Honestly, guys look lost out there. We just don't. They don't know. I mean, it seems like our team doesn't know our identity, but the players too. They just don't know exactly what they're supposed to be doing, and so. Yeah, I mean that's just the biggest thing right now. We just don't know exactly what we are. I mean, we're not even an offensive team, to be completely honest, because even the offense has been super inconsistent. So, we just don't know who we are right now, and so that's just the
Yeah.
biggest disappointing part right now.
It's tough, man. It's tough because, like Don Juan, I was big up on the wins, and look at me now. 25 into the games into the season, I'm not even wearing Knicks gear. That's how upset I am. I got Yankee gear, and they're not even doing nothing. They on a complete lockout. You
Yo,
feel
for
me? And
real.
I'm here wearing Yankee gear, but it's because I'm so disappointed with this team because it's like the first 7 games of the season, we started 5-1. There was just a lot of excitement, and it was like, all right, we're building from last year, right? We're building from last year. We see the improvement. Kemba is here, Fournier is here, and then the last about 19 games have been disgusting. I mean, when you look at losing to the Pacers, who just flat out and said that they're rebuilding, like they don't want to win anymore. They just want to trade away everything and start from scratch. We lose to them twice. We lose to Orlando twice. We lose I mean, the list goes on. I can go on and on about the teams that we're losing to, and that's scary to think about. Like, come on, like we're losing to these teams that we gotta get full. We gotta eat off these teams, especially with the East improving right now. You know, the Bulls just got ravaged with injury, but they're an improved team. Cavaliers been hurt too, but I mean they're fighting right now. They're a scrappy team, and you look at Wizards. I mean, again, I can go on and on. We just gotta pick up wins, and we gotta pick it up. It's still early in the season, 25 games. You know, quarter into the season, but I mean the way we're losing these games. I mean yesterday's game, losing to the Indiana Pacers, 122-102. I mean we allowed the Pacers to score 122 on us. Sabonis was out there bullying us, and it's just been disappointing, man. It's been disappointing, and I don't know. I don't know what the Knicks are gonna do. So I'm gonna move on to the next thing about what can they do to improve. All right, rotation changes. So the Knicks are ready substitute Kemba for Burks. So Burks is the new starting point guard. And still, things didn't improve really from there. So last game, they started Noel over Mitch, even though Noel missed the last game with an injury. But moving forward, I assume he's going to be the starting center while Mitch just comes off the bench. So, I mean, I'm going to start it off with these rotation changes, if I like them or not, before I go to you guys. I mean, I've been talking here on this show for a while now about how I wanted to start Burks. I'm on the Burks hive. I'm definitely Team Burks, but I didn't want to start Burks over Kemba. You know what I mean? Like I really wanted Burks over Fournier, and Burks as a point guard. I mean, it leaves a lot to be desired because I mean, sometimes he brings up the ball slow, and then the offense, they start setting up with 12, 10
Yo,
seconds left
Mario,
on the
don't hold
shot
your
clock.
tongue, bro. He's not a point guard. He's
I
just
mean,
not. He's just
no.
not a true
I
point
mean,
guard.
they stress a lot in this NBA about positionless basketball, but I'm tired of Julius Randle bringing up the ball and setting up the offense and pick and roll, and Randle just seems a little lost this year. We know it. We're not holding our tongue on that. He looks like 2019 Randall. This is not 2020 most improved Randall. He's trying too much. He's not reading. He's not even hustling on defense sometimes. So I mean, these changes is not what I wanted to do, and I don't know what's next. I don't know what's next. I gotta go right now with Zebo, Burks over Kemba, Noel over Mitch. Do you like these two moves?
I don't. I agree with you. Last time we spoke, you did mention put in Burks for Fournier, and honestly, I agree with it. I agree with it 100%. But to put him at point guard, because the way I view Alex Burks, I like Alex Burks. He's honestly he's super solid. Like
Yeah.
there's nothing where he's like really bad at. He does everything super solid. To me he's like Alex. He's like Alex Caruso. Like he does everything while on the floor. Like anywhere that you put him on the floor, he doesn't need the ball in his hands. He can go ahead and cut. He can play deep. He can go ahead and make that open three. He just does everything super solid. But to have him at point guard, that's just I just didn't agree with it. I think we gave up on, and I get it. Kimba's knees is, it's an issue. It's an issue. He does look a little. I mean, it looks like he's not getting enough lift on his jump shot. So I don't know if it's age. I don't know if it's all the mileage, but right now that signing isn't looking good. But I think to give up on him after 25 games, it's just I didn't necessarily agree with it.
Sooner. It's been about
As
5
far
games,
as
about
the
20 games.
what's up,
I
Might have been
said
like
we gave up
18,
on
19,
about
yeah.
20 games.
yeah,
Sooner.
saying
Gave up
it's
on
just
20.
that is still questionable to me. The whole Mitch move, I don't agree with it either. I think if you were gonna make, honestly, I think if you were gonna make any moves, which I was actually preaching this that the last time we had this conversation, I told you let's put Obi at center, let's put two forwards in there and see what happens. At least we have a little bit more energy. Because that's
What
honestly
about the defense,
what
though?
we've been missing the last few games. We
What
just have
about the
absolutely
defense?
no energy. So if you were going to switch Mitch, which honestly I don't necessarily agree with. Honestly, I think Mitch has been playing pretty well. I think he's just getting used to. He's a big body. He gets tired.
Yeah.
If he goes on the floor, he starts to feel pain. So I get it, but I think if you were going to go ahead and switch Mitch, I'd rather put Obi. Put the energy in there. Let him have the time. Let him make his mistakes. and but he will get better. That's one thing. If there's one thing about Obi that you have seen is that you have seen the improvement the more time he gets. So,
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
but
nah, I don't agree with it. I don't
what
agree with
about the
any of the
defense
moves.
though? If you put Obi at center, what about the defense? The defense takes a big hit right there. What are you talking about? Defense?
But to me though, defense is energy, bro. If you don't have no energy, then you're not necessarily playing defense. And
Yeah,
honestly, like
I can
from the
say.
people coming off the bench, obviously quickly before Burks when he was coming off the bench, but the guys giving us the real energy off the bench is D Rose, quickly, and Obi. So and right now we're missing that with our starting lineup. So
Yeah, I
and
mean
honestly, I just think you have to give him time. Like, you just have to give him time on that floor. And
that
yeah,
defense
yeah, we're gonna
is
give a point.
shaking.
Yeah, we're gonna give a point. But at least we have that
Yeah,
energy.
nah,
We
and
got
I'm not
energy.
trying to give a points, and that nah.
Exactly, exactly.
I don't want to see that. If anything, and not only that, if you start Obi, it's gonna mess up like the rotation. Like, who's gonna come in and play the forward off the bench at that point? So it, if
You have
anything,
Well,
Todd.
yeah.
You have Taj Gibbs. But that's why you have Taj
Nah. So you're
Gibbs, and
gonna have
that's why you
Taj
have
and
other
Noel
guys.
out there, or Taj and Mitch. Like, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't
I
make
mean, but
sense.
we're not asking them to play. I mean, again, we're not asking them to play 15, 20 minutes. We're just asking them to play in those moments where he needs his rest. Because obviously, Julius Randle, he's going to average his 30. He's going to average his 30, 35 minutes. We're just asking him to give us a good
Yeah,
solid 5, 10 minutes
but
off the
then
bench. Because that's the thing, though. So what you want to give that spot to Obi? Give him the 5, 10 minutes, knowing he's supposed to be on the floor for 20, 25 minutes.
I mean, you could run some lineups like that. Yeah,
So I'm
you
just
know.
saying, like, honestly, I think, and that's the biggest thing. I think when it comes
so
to the
Zingo, let me
rotations,
ask you this question real quick. What is so Tibbs likes bringing out five bench players to start the second half. If you're starting Obi, what is your bench unit looking like?
I'm looking at Rose. I'm looking at Quickly. I'm looking at Fournier if they end up making that change. And then after that, I do like Taj and I like Mitch. There's nothing
Taj
wrong.
and Mitch together? Taj and
We
Mitch
have
together?
we have our shooters and we have our playmakers right there in the backcourt, and they can go ahead and feed them anytime. And again, we're not. And
It's a
again, we're
bad
because
second
that's the
unit,
issue.
man.
That's the other issue we've been having. These rotations that they're having the players on right now. It's weird. Like they're not getting enough minutes to heat up because that was the issue a few weeks ago, and now it's the issue where we're not even giving minutes to our young guys, which honestly we should be giving them a little more.
Yeah, I agree. It's
That's a
true.
bad second unit. I mean, maybe you could stick Rams or something, or even I'm not even gonna say his name to put in. I'm not gonna say Kevin Knox's name. That man looking terrible, terrible, terrible. But let me go to Don Juan. Let him speak his mind about the rotation changes that we've seen. Are you liking it or are you not liking it?
Well, the Bergs, I feel like it made sense because of how they played against the Hawks. Like, it was like, damn, like, if we could play like this more often, it was a lot more exciting. We played. It was like it was a complete game where we played offense and defense, gave some effort. That's what we thought Burks was gonna do continuously, but that hasn't been the same effect, and it's getting frustrating. But the rotation, it hasn't worked either. The bringing in Noel. If anything, I wouldn't even gone that route. I felt like Noel has already shown that he hasn't been helping even off the bench. So why why even start him? But I think someone like Jericho Sims, even though he's been out, I think he was out yesterday. He when he played amazing. Like, why can't we play him? I felt like he on defense he looks a lot better than Mitch, even though Mitch had that one game. But I do think a lot of it had to do like on the mental aspect. Like, Tibbs benched him and then he wanted to prove himself. Out of all games, that was probably the best game you saw from both sides of the floor that he's playing
So wait,
and
you
with
saying
energy.
you saying bring Sims win?
I think Sims should be starting at center.
What? No, Knicks fans
I think
wilding
Sims should be
deep
starting
in
at
their
center.
bag.
Bro,
Jericho
in limited
Sims has
minutes he's
played
shown
a
enough,
few
and that doesn't
minutes.
hurt our power forward. I do think Obi should be playing a lot more. I don't think that Sim should be playing 30, 25 minutes. I think he should be playing like 15, 20. But circle that rotation to Noel, no, not Noel, Mitch and Sims. Noel, honestly, you can't really play him unless you really need to if someone gets in foul trouble. And Taj, I don't think Taj should be playing. I think he should be, he does great things, but he's kind of just the old man out there, just you know, doing
Veteran
his thing.
leadership.
Like he's
Yeah, I mean, I
literally,
agree with yeah, I mean, nah, I agree. I agree with giving him the 10, 15 minutes. I don't know about starting, but I mean, I definitely agree. Give him the 10, 15
Knicks
minutes.
fan.
See what the energy looks like with those young guys on the floor, which it looked good in Atlanta.
yeah.
It looked
I
good.
mean,
It looked
I
really
think
good.
I think until at least Mitch is full, like completely in shape. Mitch is clearly not in shape right now. Like
Nah, he gets tied to
he's
it too
gassed
quickly.
here, and he had a great game the other night and come and shows of and puts a dud last night. Like, come on, bro. Like, you want to start, but this is what you're doing. Like, it's tough. It's tough. But the excuse is it was a back to back. They didn't even get to Indiana until 4 a.m. Barely slept.
Yep.
Like, you definitely got to take that into consideration. But to not even put up, I feel like they just didn't put up a fight, like offense and defense
Nah, it
last
was
night.
bad. It was bad, and I think it goes back to that point you were saying. You was talking about Juan as far as what you was talking about Mario when it comes to Alex Burks, bro. He's just not a true point guard because you got to
Yeah.
think about it. Like obviously he
Mhm.
had a great game in Atlanta, but who was guarding him most of the time? You had Trae Young, who was not a defensive guy. But look at the last two games, bro. He had to go against DeJounte Murray, which obviously we got that win, but right after that, you have Malcolm Brogdon. You have Malcolm Brogdon, who's a great defensive player, and you have Karis LeVert. So that's my concern. You have a that's my concern with having him in the point guard position is that
Mhm.
even though he's great at he's great at multiple things, but he's not, again, he's not elite. He's not an elite ball handler. He's not an elite playmaker, and that's somebody who we should be having at point guard. Which
Yeah.
obviously Kimba's not giving us that, but again, what else are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Knicks fans
But
here wilding. Don
but
Juan
but in
says
regards to
start
the point
Jericho
guard,
Sims, and Zebo says start Obi Toppin.
yeah.
Nobody
I got
wants
one
that in
more
the
though. I got
West.
one more.
Uh-oh, let's hear this one.
Start IQ for Fournier, and that's
Start
your point
IQ for
guard.
Fournier. Okay.
IQ for Fournier, and that's your point guard. And the bench is still will
So
still
you
be all
want the
right.
starting lineup of IQ, Burks, RJ,
RJ, Randall,
Randall,
and
and
Sims.
Noel. Sims.
Yo,
Oh my
And
God.
Sims holding down the fort.
This is
nah, I don't.
absolute mayhem right here on Knicks fans wilding right now. We're just throwing things and hopefully it sticks. We're looking like the Knicks
I mean,
coaching
that's
Yo,
staff.
that's
bro,
if
we
you want to
emotional
build.
right now. That's what it is, bro. We just
Emotional.
whatever just comes to our mind. But
Whatever,
I
right?
mean, well,
I,
Dennis
this
I,
this is
McBride,
how I see it.
starting
This is
point
how I
guard
see
for
it.
the
We gotta
Knicks.
right now. We gotta build from within. We gotta do what we got. We gotta experiment up until desperate times calls for desperate measures, and they want to collectively, put some
I
things
mean,
together.
how bad does this Fournier contract look right now? 4 years, $78 million. I mean, we got 4 more
it's
years of
looking
this guy.
bad.
Oh
It's
man,
looking bad, right? It's looking real bad.
this is
It's looking
tough.
bad.
I
It's
mean,
looking bad, bro. Honestly, the
he's
experiment did not
shown
work.
light.
The experiment, I think we relied way too much on Kimba and Fournier, and it just
Yeah.
hasn't panned out. And now
I mean,
I ain't
we
gonna lie.
relied more on
I ain't gonna lie. I'm
run it
looking
back.
at Chicago, and I'm looking at DeRozan and Lonzo Ball. I'm like, damn, that.
Oh
I
man,
I think I would have paid. I think I would have gave him the 80 mil now.
Hmm.
DeRozan, you would have gave DeRozan 80 mil.
Do you see their record right now?
I mean, I think though for the Bulls, it's just like perfect fit. I mean, DeRozan just fit like a glove when you have Lonzo, Vucevic who can shoot. Who else is in their style? They have four people who can shoot the
But
ball.
that's what I'm.
And
But
Caruso,
Lonzo
yeah,
Ball
the
will be
Caruso
here,
too.
even though
He
I
will
don't know if
be
he.
here,
I
and
don't
he'll
know
be
if he
with
does. I don't know
RJ
if
who
he
can
curve
shoot
does,
like.
but Lonzo Ball was there available. I mean,
But
both of them were available.
The Bulls
Both for
cheated
free
to
agents.
get
Yep.
Lonzo. The Bulls cheat. He was going to Chicago. I mean, it cost them a second round pick.
All right,
They
so
were
now that's what I'm
tampering.
saying. He just curved us. That's what I'm saying. But
Yeah,
I'm just looking at that tandem, and I'm looking at yeah, I am
and
looking at
Zach
the road.
Levine. I mean, so they got Zach Levine, Vucevic, Lonzo Ball. You know, you're surrounding
Yeah.
DeRozan with shooters. That's what you had to do. But the Knicks, you bring him here. He's playing with Mitchell Robinson. Can't shoot. Julius Randle's shot's been off. All right, let's say we don't have Fournier. So you put him with Burks, who's Burks is Burks, like you said. He's decent and everything, but he's not like a catch and shoot player. I mean, you stick Lonzo Ball in the corner, he might hit 5, 6 threes. So the Rosen for the Bulls makes sense. The Rosen for the Knicks, I mean, he's playing like an MVP this year, so it's hard to say this, but he just didn't fit. I mean, it's true, man. He didn't fit with this squad.
Yeah.
He needs to be surrounded by shooters, and
See,
that's
I
where
don't
he's
know about
excelling.
that because I think because I mean that's the thing too though. I think now he's an elite playmaker where he makes it where right now he's literally making everyone on that team better. Like even without like he knows Zach Levine is the primary scorer and he makes sure to feed them. And I think he would have done the same thing. But I'm just saying though, right now, I mean you can't front. Who would you rather have? DeRozan on what? DeRozan or Fournier right now? And
I mean,
honestly, what
come
we
on,
gave
that's
Fournier? 70
a
mil,
I don't think
73?
that was the decision. I think the decision probably was Lonzo or Fournier because DeRozan got paid. I mean, he didn't get paid. They didn't have the same amount of like I don't know. You can't really compare those two.
Oh my gosh,
Same
this show is just
position.
getting
I
out of
don't
hand
know.
right now. Now we're just
But DeRozan, I
rethinking
mean, that
things
was
from
a
the
great
back.
pickup. I wouldn't have minded that just because he would have groomed the team. Like,
That's what I'm saying.
Let's talk
but
about
it's too late
targets.
for that,
Let's talk
right?
about targets right now, all right? Because this is getting out of hand. Now we're looking at the polls, man. This is
What we could have done,
what
what
we
we
could
should
have
have
done,
done.
should have. Oh gosh, man, this season is just
I'm just
spiraling
getting
out of
disappointed
control.
looking at other teams, bro. Come on.
Let's
Like
talk
I'm
about
just
let's talk about the Indiana Pacers, who had reports came out a couple days ago that they are reportedly going full flesh on the rebuild. They're trying to pick up assets for whatever players they can get, and obviously, the players on the table: Karis LeVert, Miles Turner, and Sabonis. Malcolm Brogdon got paid, so his contract, or for some reason they say he can't get traded this year or later on this year. I'm not really sure 100%
Yeah,
what it
so
is.
something like
I
that.
gotta look it up. But they said Malcolm Brogdon cannot be traded yet. So let's look at these three players: Karis LeVert, Miles Turner, and Sabonis. I'm gonna ask you two guys this question right here, and just stick to the question. All right. Here is the question. All right. I'm gonna go with you, Zebo. All right. This is the question. Out of those three players, who do you want the most? And give me a realistic package for him. Don't give me Kevin Knox and Nerlens Noel for Sabonis. All right, give me a realistic trade package for one of these three players. I mean, whoever you want: Sabonis, Karis LeVert, or Miles Turner. Zebo, floor is yours.
Nah, Miles Turner.
Miles
Confirm
Turner for
Miles
you.
Turner.
Confirm.
Sabonis is no there's no need for him. Karis LeVert.
Too injury prone.
Maybe, but I don't think for us to get those two. For us to get those two, I don't think. I mean, yeah, if we're choosing the three, yeah, I'm going Miles Turner. I
Okay.
love his energy. I mean, you mentioned that you always have him on your fantasy team for a reason. Like he gets
Blocks.
blocks.
And he's
Right
shooting
now he's shooting right
39%
now he
from
has a
three.
jump shot now.
Yep.
Um, he has good post moves, and he can just run. He's honestly he's way more athletic than Mitch. He can run down the floor. Um, I would have to double check, but I think he's pretty durable. I don't think he misses games like that. Not at the rate that Mitch be missing games. So
Yeah.
and he's I think he was a former All Star or proud or like he's a perennial. So yeah, why not?
No, he's
I
not an
mean, as
all
far as
star,
any deals
obviously.
for him, I mean, as far as yeah, any deals, I'd probably put Mitch in that deal. I'd probably put Mitch. I'll put Kevin. We have to put Kevin Knox. I think in any deal, it's inevitable. Like
Okay.
any deal that ends up going, it has to go with Kevin Knox. I would probably throw. I mean, they probably want some. They probably want a cheap contract. I maybe would consider Kemba, and maybe throw in a first round pick because I just think we had to Sun to sweeten the deal for any three of those players. It has to include a first round pick. So I would include a first and a second.
So
I think we
so
still have we have
First and a
Charlotte first
second and
round.
what?
So
so the deal is Mitchell Robinson, center that the Pacers could see. He's a cheap center. He doesn't get paid for it till next year or 2 years from now. So they can see if they want to invest in him. Kevin Knox, just a sweet throw in. Just a guy that he's just not working in New York. Maybe a change of scenery may help. Maybe get some playing time and
Yeah.
then work out. Kemba Walker, I guess to I guess to hold the bench down. I guess I don't know what Kemba's there for. They got T.J. McDonald's out for the year, so maybe he
Right.
can to hold it down and a first round pick sweetener. So that's your deal for Miles Turner. I mean,
Yeah, I think we got Charlotte's pick too, so it's not. I mean, if Charlotte looks okay, so it'd probably be a middle in the pack first round.
okay, okay. So Don Juan, I'm gonna throw the question to you, man. Do you need me to repeat or you got it?
Yeah, I got it.
All right, let's see what you gotta say.
Yeah, man, it's tough because we really need a point guard, and none of these guys are point guards. Like,
Mm-hmm.
why are these the only players that we kind of just? I mean, obviously they became available or was said that they're available. Obviously, the obvious choice is definitely Miles Turner, but for what? At this point, like we don't have any leverage. Miles Turner's been hot. He's been cooking. Like I'm pretty sure there's gonna be a lot of takers out there, but let's see how the market lays out. Hopefully, Leon Rose, what he gets paid for, he could take advantage and get a good deal like that Derrick Rose deal that pretty much changed the whole course of the season. Like maybe we need a trade like that.
Mm.
Am I willing? What I'm willing to give up for Miles Turner is probably I don't want to give up a pick. Like I'll give up Mitch, but that's about it. Like Leon Rose, work
They're
your
not
magic,
gonna. They're not gonna
and that
take
ain't gonna
that
happen.
deal. They're not
Oh,
gonna
Juan
take
want to try
that
to
deal,
finesse the
man. Yeah,
Pacers.
they're not
I
gonna take that
mean,
deal.
I
I
mean
mean, they're
that's how it's
rebuilding. They're
gonna
looking
have
for
to be.
picks. They're looking for picks, man. You got to give up
Uh,
some picks if you want Miles Turner.
yeah, I mean, and the Knicks do have picks. Like you mentioned that
Nine
you mentioned
second
that Charlotte
rounders.
pick. You mentioned the Knicks have their pick. If I'm not mistaken, they got that Dallas pick
Yeah,
too.
like
They got a lot of picks there, but I'm pretty sure they're not gonna give up the treasure chest just for a player like Miles Turner. And not only
Knowing,
that,
yeah, knowing we're going for another treasure chest.
yeah,
So,
exactly. Like, but I was watching. I saw a post. I mean, it was a quote from Miles Turner saying that he wants to play a bigger role,
yeah.
and I'm not sure. Like, is that bigger role on the Knicks? Like, is that role available for him? Let's say right now, like, maybe maybe could work, but I just don't see the fit either right now. He could work, but
It's tough, man. It's tough, but I mean, if I had the option, man, I think I love Miles Turner. Zebo mentioned it earlier. I always have him on teams. I'm a big believer in Miles Turner, but I just feel like the Pacers are gonna want picks. They're gonna want a young player, maybe Mitch. And I'm just not throwing it for Miles Turner. God, Don Juan, you just mentioned it. We need a point guard. What is Miles Turner gonna do for us? He might make us win.
space the floor,
nah,
run,
he's
He,
definitely the like a unicorn
play better,
almost.
deep defense, the deep, bro. Come on,
bro,
the
Miles
defense.
Turner. All right, look, Miles Turner is gonna he's gonna help us. Obviously, he's gonna improve the roster, but he's gonna help us go from 35 wins that Don Juan estimated to 37. He's gonna win us 2 games, three
I
games.
don't know about
He
that.
he is not
I disagree
somebody.
with that.
He is not somebody in the fourth quarter. You need a basket. I'm giving it to Miles Turner. I mean, that's what we're looking for. We need somebody to bring up the ball. We need a
But
point
see, but
guard.
then we go. But I feel like that. But I feel like he can open the floor for us, especially in the fourth quarter. So it doesn't necessarily have to be Julius Randle. Like if he finds Miles Turner open, he can go ahead and get him open. Because right now Miles Turner is shooting. Bro, didn't he just what? How many threes he hit on us? What, 6
Seven.
in
Yeah,
like in
seven
one
threes,
quarter?
seven threes,
I
seven
mean, he's
threes.
definitely shooting the basketball better, but I mean, is it a fluke? He has not proved that his whole entire career. So he might come to New York and bum it up. You never know. I'm just
Yeah.
not. My thing is, I'm just not giving up good assets. If they would take Kevin Knox, Mitchell Robinson, and Kemba Walker, I mean, why not? That's a deal. That's an easy deal. That's 2 players that are not even playing in our
Yeah.
rotation right now. That's a. But if you're talking about giving up first rounders
But
and
at
stuff
least
like
one
that,
though. But how many do you think they're gonna ask for?
they
Like I
they
feel like
they they
one.
were you all right? Cause look, Mitchell Robinson got to get paid, so this is not even like a young asset that they could hold on for a minute. He's
Yeah.
looking to get paid. He's looking to get Robert Williams money. He's looking to get money, and the Pacers just said they're rebuilding, so they're not gonna want to pay him.
Well, I
So
think
that's
he
not
needs to
even
be a
an
little bit more
asset.
realistic because I
But
don't think he's
Robert
getting that
Williams is a
back.
decent. I feel like
I
that.
think he
Yeah, but
need.
that's
Well, he need.
11,
Well, you know
12
what?
mil.
Honestly, bro, personally, he needs to. Respectfully, he needs to hold it down with those type of talks where he need that bag.
The man has fired like 7 agents in the last 2 years. I mean, Mitchell Robinson he's just looking, he's just searching, and he's trying to get paid. So, it if the Pacers would take a deal, but I just think they're gonna want one or two first rounders. Yes, we have a lot, but I mean, I want to hold those assets for somebody bigger, man. I need a
Yeah.
difference maker. I need look at last year D Rose trade. I mean, we didn't give up nothing. We didn't give up nothing for D Rose. You know, I'm looking for that type of upgrade where we
But
don't
see,
give
that's
up
not
much.
gonna happen with Miles Turner because again, he is a perennial
No, it's
All Star.
not. That's
And
why I'm
come on,
saying
and I
I'll
think
take a
and
pass.
honestly, bro, I think in Indiana's mindset too, they're probably thinking, yo, if we can finesse at least one first round pick for Miles Turner, that's fine because with Sabonis, we could probably get honestly, we could get two first round
They
picks.
can
You get
for
two first
sure.
round picks for Sabonis. We can get another first round pick for Karis LeVert. Like they have as like look, they're shopping around their three players, which honestly, and they in their mind they know what's the least like what's the one package where one team can finesse us? They probably gonna finesse us for Miles Turner, but we know
Yeah.
with Sabonis, we know with Karis LeVert, we probably gonna get a nice little deal for both of them.
I just Miles Turner's gonna cost first round pick, maybe two, and he's a good player. Like I said, I like Miles Turner a lot. I'm a huge fan of Miles Turner. He just doesn't push the needle, and he doesn't fix what we need. I mean, the Knicks' biggest issue has been the lack of point guard play and bad perimeter defense. I mean, the inside defense has been shaky the last few games, but it's been the
He gave up
perimeter
70.
defense that has been terrible the whole year when guys are just knocking down career high 3 pointers like never before. I mean,
Yeah.
Miles Turner doesn't fix that because he's down low most of the time, banging around. You know what I'm saying? So
I mean, he would stop those big men from killing us though, because he's a good defender.
he's
He's
a
on his
great
feet.
defender.
He's a great
He'll
defender. That's what
definitely
I'm
help
saying.
us
The
out.
defensive player of the year candidate every year. He's a very good
Yeah. So
defender, but he just doesn't fix the issues that I think the
no, that's
Knicks
fact.
have. But we'll see. I mean, Leon Rose, Worldwide West, they get paid a lot of money. They get paid way more than we get paid combined over here. You know what I'm saying? So
Real.
they got to get on the phone and they got to find the best deal. And I'm sure we're going to dissect those deals when they happen. February 15th is the trade deadline, or February 6th? No, December 15th is when players who sign can get traded. Trade deadline is sometime in February, you know. So Damian Lillard is always in the rumors, but he's always shutting down those rumors. So we don't know what it is. So we're going to see more in February what it is. But let's look at these next games like we like to do before we end the show here at Next Fans Wilding. I'm going to give you 4 games. You know the deal. Zebo, Don Juan. I'm going to ask you what it is. What's the prediction? Don Juan still looking for some kind of streak. Don Juan's been struggling mightily. But it's because he's always optimistic, and this year has been
Yeah, but
anything
it's funny.
relaxed.
It seems like I gotta be the pessimistic because the
Yes,
one time I said I had them 1-2. They went 2-1. So maybe I gotta
exactly.
keep going the under. I mean, I
All
told you
right.
my expectation has changed completely. So I'm gonna be looking at these games a whole different way
All
now.
right. Let's see. Let's see what you
Yo,
got.
hold on. So we
Zebo is
just counted what the next 4 games? Is that's what it
yeah.
is?
Zebo is always very optimistic.
Yeah,
So let's see if he
next
changes his
four.
tune.
Next four?
So I'm gonna start with you, Zebo. Next 4 games for the
Oh,
New York Knicks at Toronto tomorrow, Friday, December 10th. If you listen, Milwaukee, December 12th. Golden State, the high flying Warriors come through to Madison Square Garden, December 14th. That's gonna be a goodie. And they finish off with the red hot Houston Rockets at Houston. Houston Rockets have won 7 games in a row.
Bros is
The team
hot.
is balling right now. Without their
Bros
second
is
round pick,
hot.
Jalen Green, he's been out most of that game, most of those games. So those
Yeah, I
four
mean,
games, let's see what it is. Zebo, what you thinking, man?
I mean, honestly, I said 4-1, and I got you already know I got cut for they cut my ass for that. So, and I don't know, we've been looking really inconsistent. Honestly, give it 2-2. I think we can take one. We can steal the one in Toronto. Milwaukee and the Warriors. I'm not gonna lie, we might have to take that. Might have to take that L. This is what it is. I just
Mm.
don't know. I don't know what our team. I don't know what the team is looking like right now. I don't know what's our identity. But we can definitely win we can definitely win against the Rockets. I know they hot right now, but they're bound to cool down. It's bound to happen. Like I think right now the Rockets are just sneaking up on people, but we gonna get them 2-2.
2-2, Don Juan. Let's see what you got for us, bro.
2-2, bro. Damn.
At
You sleeping in
Toronto.
a lot of teams. I mean, the Rockets have been playing well. I feel like Toronto always has a number, bro.
Come on, bro.
That's
You
that
telling me
one
we going on
team
four,
that
bro? Don't tell me we going on
0
four now.
4. Don Juan, you going 0-4 right now for the squad.
No, he's not.
I'm
No,
gonna
he's
go.
not.
I'm gonna go 1-3. One and
Oh
three.
my.
1-3.
Oh, come on.
1-3, bro. Bro, I'm
If they
telling
if
you,
they put
man.
Jericho Sims, we might go 1-3. If they go
If they
if they
start
put
Jericho
Jericho Sims,
Sims,
we might
they
go
gonna
one
go
and
4-0, baby. 4-0.
The usually optimistic Don Juan goes 1-3 for the
One
New
and
York
three.
Knicks,
One
man.
and
That's how
three.
you know
One
things
a
are
win to either the
spiraling out of
Rockets
control.
or the Raptors. One of
One
those,
win
but
against the Raptors or the Rockets, both games on the road, and the Knicks continue to struggle at home, according to Don Juan, lose to Milwaukee and lose to Golden State. Oh man,
barring anybody sitting out, you know how that goes. But is it the
yeah.
Garden? So I doubt that happens.
I don't know, man. I don't know where to go with this. I'm gonna just take it easy, 2-2, man. I think we steal it. We steal a game against Toronto, and we beat Milwaukee on Sunday, but we might lose to Houston and Golden State. That's what I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go 2-2, maybe 3-1, because I don't know about the Rockets. They winning too much. They might start tanking on purpose. You know
Yeah,
how
for
it is
real.
in the NBA. But wow, what I cannot believe some of the answers we got. What a great show. A lot of wilding take. Definitely Knicks fans wilding in the building, man.
Of
And
course,
let's get
bro.
up
Of
out of
course.
here, Zebo. Start it off, man. Get us up out of
Yo,
here.
man, appreciate y'all watching, man. Yo, keep watching my guys. Keep watching off the ball, man. Keep following Triple M. Super funny, Don Juan. We gonna keep on interacting, bro. We gonna keep bringing y'all good content, man. Let's see how these next 4 games go. We gotta turn it up, man. Because honestly, December 25th, right around the corner. So gotta get right into that Atlanta game. But yeah, man, keep supporting, keep watching, like and subscribe.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Don Juan was good.
Yo, you already know what it is. Don Juan in the building. It was nice. It was nice letting this out. It's been some tough games, but that's what we're here for. I want to thank all y'all Knicks fans for following us. Make sure to like and make sure to subscribe, especially if y'all new. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button. Follow us on Instagram, Knicks Fans Wilding, on Twitter, NYK Fans Wilding. Yeah, make sure to also make sure to subscribe. But we're doing a giveaway at 100 subscribers. So make sure to share with your friends and get us up there. Run them numbers up.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. 100 subscribers, man. We need it. We need it. We need it. Hit that thumbs up, and man, for your guys, man. That thumbs up button for your guys. You already know the deal, man. Triple M in the building. And it felt good to get this out, man, because I've been tight. Like I said, I'm wearing Yankees gear right now, man, in the middle of December right now. Christmas coming up. A lockout with the baseball, I'm wearing Yankee gears because the Knicks got me tight, man. They got me upset. But let's see. The season is long, 25 games. The Knicks had a worse record last year. They still end up winning 41 games. So it is what it is, man. So let's see the Knicks wake up. Thank you for watching here on Knicks Fans Wild. And as I always say before we get up out of here, man, enjoy life. Christmas time coming up, season of giving. Make sure to tell the people you love and enjoy that time with your family. And keep on watching Knicks Fans Wilding, man. We wilding out here, as you've seen with the takes today. You already